We exist in a world that's in constant flux and over which we have no control. But there is one special place where we always have control. Find out where that is, coming up next. If you watch this channel much at all, you'll know that the idea of control is something that comes up pretty frequently. And I have to admit, I'll be honest with you today, I think part of that is because I need to continuously remind myself of where I can operate with respect to control and what's beyond my control. That boundary is kind of hard to hold on to because the world is in flux and we have this kind of natural inborn desire to grab a hold of things and feel like we can stabilize it, we can control it, we can manage it. But the truth is, we don't have control. And that's okay. It's okay to recognize that the vast majority of what goes on around us in the world, we just don't have control over. I will only and forever have an opportunity to control one thing. And the same is true for all of us. And that is how I respond to the things going on around me. I can always exercise choice or exercise control over the choices I make about the things going on in the world around me. And when we can come to grips with that, when we can accept that, there is an incredible peace that goes along with that, a sense of autonomy that comes from embracing that reality. It is not a reality that is comfortable at first. It is a reality that we have to kind of constantly defend for ourselves because it's easy to slip back into that desire to control, that sense that we have control beyond our choices and how we respond. But when you can get there, it is well worth defending the reality that the only place in the world that we have control is within ourselves and the choices we make about how we respond to what's going on around us. And for our mental health, I believe it is so important to let go of this notion that we have control. It's a delusion that we buy into, that we believe, that we live, that leads to stress and anxiety, and in certain circumstances, leads us to a sense of learned helplessness. Because if we believe in our minds that we control what other people do, or we control how circumstances unfold or unravel before us, and we continue to try to exercise control and it doesn't go the way we want or it doesn't go the way we expect, it feels like we don't have autonomy. And the wild thing is that learned helplessness is actually part of a reality. Now, learned helplessness is not a place we want to go because we're never helpless, right? Now, we're helpless in terms of determining outcomes in the world outside of our sphere of control. We are never, ever helpless in choosing the path forward with respect to how we respond. So when we consciously decide to take ownership of our sphere of control, so much good begins to happen in our life. Most importantly, aside from the mental health benefits that I've touched on, most importantly, we take all of that time and effort and energy that we've been pushing out to try to grab a hold of and control things beyond our control. We pull all of those resources back in and we get to focus them on ourselves and where they can be used to greatest effect. and that is directed at our own responses, our own well-being, and squarely and firmly planted where they belong, with making choices that we have control over each and every day and every circumstance that we're faced with. So as you move forward, take time to ask yourself, is this something I actually have control over? Is this something beyond my capacity to respond to, just respond to, that I'm seeking control over? And if it is, if it's how someone else is responding, if it's what someone else is doing, if it's how some event in the world is unfolding, you have to let go. Let go of trying to control that, and then ask yourself, what is the healthy, productive, efficient, adaptive, effective response that I do have control over, that I can bring to this situation? Peace, calm, autonomy, and feelings of effectiveness are soon to follow. Relinquishing control of things outside of the sphere of control and bringing all of those resources to bear on your response to the world around you and making it the very best it can be. I hope you found today's content helpful. If you did, please take a moment and just hit that like button, and then think about other people in your life who might need to hear this message about control as well, who maybe spend too much time focused on things that they don't have control over. Share this message with them. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please take a moment before you go anywhere else and just reach out and touch that subscribe button. And until next time, truly be well.